Welcome back into the live desk. I am Janae Hancock. Of course, we are going to stay on top of the winter weather that you are seeing outside of your window right now, outside of your doors. And with that being said, I do want to turn things over to Triple A's Nick Shabaria. Typically, we see you, Nick, when we're talking about holidays that are coming up, but today is a lot different. I know that today a lot of drivers, they need to be careful while they're on the roads, and tips go not only for experience or people who are just starting off, but also experienced drivers as well. Is that correct?
Yeah, no matter your experience level driving, things can go very bad very quickly when it comes to driving during winter weather when roads are less than ideal. We're going to be seeing, quite a bit of wintry mix now and then even later in the week, and some very cold temperatures coming as well. So there are a few things you can do right now to make sure your vehicle is winter ready. Very simple things you can do in your driveway, parking spot, whatever it might be. Number one, make sure you have a good working battery. Dead or disabled batteries are the number one reason people call AAA during the winter months for roadside assistance, especially with those cold temperatures coming. Your vehicle's battery can lose about 35% of its starting power when temperatures dip below freezing, and it only increases the colder it gets. If your battery is more than 3 years old, have it tested before the cold comes. That way you can replace it preemptively rather than have it die on you somewhere you don't want to be. Next, your tires. Very, very important, especially when it comes to getting good traction when roads are slushy or snowy. Making sure you have good tread depth within your tires, a good way to test that right at home. Take a quarter, turn it upside down, put it in your tread. If you can see the top of Washington's head, it's likely time to get some new tires. Also, making sure your tires are properly inflated. That's going to make sure that you have the best possible traction out on the roads again, especially during that slushy, snowy mix. Lastly, fuel. No matter when it is in wintertime, whether we're getting weather or not, it's always a good idea to keep at least half a tank of fuel in your vehicle. It used to be in older vehicles. That was to keep the fuel lines from freezing up. With all the additives we have in fuel these days, that's not really the concern. But what is, if you do get stranded somewhere, and it may not even be, your own doing, you may get stuck on the interstate behind a big wreck that takes hours to clear. You're going to want to make sure you have enough fuel to stay warm while they work that wreck.
And Nick, speaking of calling AAA, I told you last week that last year I actually called AAA because I was stuck on the side of the road due to a winter storm, an unexpected winter storm that we had early in the morning. Now, how many people did you all assist last year and comparing it to today?
Yeah, winter is always a busy time for us. Again, we talked about some of the issues that your vehicle can have, especially in the cold compared to the warmer months. During the winter months last year, December to March, AAA assisted more than 112,000 drivers in Missouri and more than 34,000 in Kansas. Again, even just in that 4 month stretch. The biggest reasons people will call AAA for roadside assistance in the wintertime, again, dead or disabled batteries. We talked about the impact the cold can have on your vehicle's battery. Flat tires. We know that tires lose about 10 or 1 pound of air pressure for every 10 degrees that the temperature drops outside. And then also slide offs and car crashes. So important. Make sure if you do have to go out during winter weather, you're slowing down, leaving more time to get to where you're going safely.
And I know KCTV5's Nathan Brennan, he was following this topic very closely as far as emergency kit items that you need to have in your vehicle if you're going to be taking to the roads during a winter storm. But what would you say out of the list that you sent me and the list that Nathan Brennan touched on early this morning, what would you say is the most important thing that people need to have in their cars today?
I know we talk about it all the time, and you guys talk about it as well, which is great. You can find a full list of must-have winter emergency items for your vehicle on AAA.com. Probably the most important these days, a well-charged cell phone and a way to charge your cell phone inside your vehicle so you can call for help if needed. Other items to have, put in your vehicle now, forget about them until you need to use them. Ice scraper, snow brush, that should be in your car from about November to March, in the KC area for sure. Also, warm hat and gloves, again, in case you do need to wait for help and you don't have a way to start your car, you want to stay warm. Something people may not think about, a bag of some sort of abrasive material. We're talking sand, ice salt, or kitty litter. That can help you, even maybe getting out of a slick spot in a parking lot. So just something really simple you can put in your trunk, forget about it until you need it.
And after that accident for me last year, I definitely keep snacks and a blanket in my car
Yeah.
as well. So thank you so much, Nick, for joining me here at the live desk. Before I let you go, is there anything else that you would like to touch on?
Again, name of the game when it comes to driving in the snow. This is going to be a first of the season for a lot of drivers. Make sure you're slowing down, leave more time to get to where you're going, and please give the road crews, including plows, emergency roadside workers, first responders, extra room to do their job safely when assisting drivers, especially in wintry conditions.
Always a pleasure to talk to you, Nick. We are going to end off with this live shot overlooking the Country Club Plaza. A little bit later, we will be hearing from meteorologist Greg Bennett. He is tracking the latest as far as our weather right now and what you can look forward to for the rest of your month.